Hello, Pet Pals family. I'm Josh, the lead trainer and owner of Pet Pals TN, and this is Winston. And we are here at the Pet Pals Puppy Ranch, and we just want to give you a quick update about the things that we are doing currently. First, we want to take the time to say thank you to all of those who continue to offer us support. We're going to be here through this difficult time, and we're even going to be here when it's over. And so when we finally resume business as normal and daycare is up and running and boarding is going for those great vacations that you might want to go on, we look forward to having you all back here to play, because this yard is way too empty without our puppy friends. And the next thing I want to talk about is our virtual training. We have now started to offer some virtual training online for those of you who would like to continue working with your animals during this time, especially now, as it can be such a productive time for you to fix some of those little things, those little quirks that your dogs might be doing at home that may not be helpful to you. So for our virtual training, we're still offering free consultations, which is about a 20-minute session via Zoom or FaceTime. And we also are offering longer actual sessions of about 40 minutes or so on the same platforms. So if you're interested in virtual training and would like to know more about that, please send us an email at petpals34@gmail.com, and my assistants will get back to you with the information you need as soon as possible. The next thing I want to talk to you about is a quick tip of the week for your dog training needs. And so today I want to talk about the 2-foot box of influence. Give me just a second. All right, buddy, thank you so much. Okay, so to explain what the 2-foot box of influence is, it is the way that we walk our dogs. When we're walking our dogs on the leash, we don't want them to be further than 2 feet out from the middle of our feet. Any further out, generally, I would say the dog is then walking you. Some of you might be used to that already. But if you can get your dog within that 2-foot space, you have a lot more of an effect on what your dog is doing and direct contact with your animal versus them being further out away from you and having to really try and fight to get their attention. We want to make sure that we stay positive when adjusting or correcting a moment so that our dogs feel encouraged to continue to do the right behavior. The other thing about the 2-foot rule is it definitely needs to involve a straight leash. Now, when I say straight leash, what I mean is not a zip line, the classic elastic leashes that can go out from a mechanism. The reason that the zip line leashes aren't as effective as a straight leash is because if you think of your dog leash as a telephone line, think about how many ways it has to reach you. If you're using a straight leash, usually it's just from you to the dog to your hand. It's a direct effect. Whereas with the zip lines, you have a mechanic in your hand. That mechanical device actually causes you to have a delay in your reaction. So when you want your dog to stop doing something, there's a little bit of elasticity there that kind of moves back and forth before the dog actually feels the correction and may not be reading you correctly. And it's a lot harder to deal with the little clicks and all the extensions and everything. So we just prefer to use a regular straight lead on our dogs just to make it easier for them. Remember, when we're walking, however, that 2-foot box of influence might be a way of keeping your dog either at your side for a heel, or if they're just in front of you or just to your side, no further than 2 feet out, just to make sure that you're having the influence that you need to have on your dog when you're walking. We're going to talk about more of the 2-foot box of influence as well as what a work walk might be in the coming weeks. But in general, I want you to start here with just trying to keep your dog close, get them to listen so that you can continue to have great walks with them outside, and especially during this time, utilizing the beautiful day and the exercise that you need, as long as you're staying safe. Remember, being socially distant, washing your hands and making sure not to touch your face all the time, and you will remain safe from this crazy time that we're in. We look forward to seeing you next week for another tip of the week, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.